Hello, everybody. This is my oval review. I'm sorry for the reduced quality. I did not charge my camera, and I wanted to do this before it got too late, and it was time for another episode of Oval. And I had done the review, so I'm doing this on my laptop webcam, and this is a new laptop, and I did miss an episode of the Oval reviewing it because I didn't get to see it right away. I got to see it a few days after on demand, and I kept meaning to do the review, and it got further and further away because the holiday was so busy. I had a good holiday. I hope everybody else had a good holiday, and so now the show is back, and so let me get right into the review. So on the last episode, the one I didn't review, Gail had jumped out of the car, and Victoria was kind of like, "What? Really? She really jumped out of the car?" So she didn't think she would do it. And I don't know why Victoria was surprised. I don't know why she called Gail crazy because, Victoria's the person who ran into a wall to knock herself out. So clearly Gail comes by that bizarre behavior by, it's hereditary. She comes by it because of her parents and because they're messed up. So, Gail is on the ground. She's in pain, and Yuma doesn't want to move her, and she's telling her, and Victoria's telling her, "Oh, move her, put her in the car, put her in the car." Yuma doesn't want to do that, so Yuma gets in touch with Sam, and Sam says, "Okay, we'll bring her in. We can have the White House doctor look at her." And I'm wondering if that's going to be the same White House doctor that looked at Gail after the taser shot, because if that's the same doctor, then suspicions are going to be raised again, but I'm going to guess maybe they got rid of that doctor because she was looking kind of like, what's going on? Um, so Victoria and Gail, they're in the car, they're going back and forth with a conversation, and Victoria's just being vicious, and Gail says, well, when Victoria's talking about the children were given every advantage. Gail said, "Yeah, every advantage," or something like that, except for love. And Victoria doesn't really care about that. It really seems like the only reason she had a family was, to have that sort of picture perfect life to go along with being in politics. And we heard that they brought the kids in from boarding school just for like the inauguration or whatever, because Hunter is president. So, so they get back to the White House, and Victoria is like she she kind of is miffed with Yuma, and Yuma doesn't ever say anything, but apparently Victoria noticed her looking at her in the rearview mirror, and she's like, "Do you have children? Do you have children?" And Yuma does not want to, really engage with her. And so Victoria ends up saying, "Well, until you have children, you have no right to look at me and judge me and something." And I'm like, so Victoria got all that out of a look. And, people, can look at somebody kind of like, mm, you ain't right. And I guess that's what Yuma did. So, make sure I'm getting everything together because I didn't take my notes this time. I'm sorry, I just jumped on here to do this. Um, let's just stay with the first family so I get everything together. So Jason is lurking outside the door of this room. This time Hunter was not in the Oval with Denise; he was in another room, and he's trying to hear what's going on. And Max is outside the door guarding, and he's like, and Jason's like, "Oh, somebody's having sex in there. going on and all of that, and he's just really interested in this. So he calls up Victoria and says, "Okay, so it isn't you in that room." And so, of course, Victoria is really, really angry because once again, Denise is in her home, which is the White House. You know that's for the term. That's going to be the First Lady's home. It's her territory. You know, don't bring any mistress or anything into the Oval. So once Jason has put her up on game, so she's back in the house, and Jason's just he's still saying smart stuff, just being like, she's like, go to bed. Victoria's telling him, go to bed. So she's getting her sneakers on. She's changing out of heels and into sneakers. And you know what that means. So she was ready to fight. She was ready to fight. And she was ready to fight, and because Hunter and Denise were in there, and they have a little conversation. Denise is like, "Are you ever just gonna call me and ask if I'm busy?" And he's like, "Not a chance," because he's paying for her store, I believe, and so he basically is treating her like a call girl, and she has no freedom here because she was, she basically was kidnapped, and so once, Hunter, trying to think. So Victoria and Hunter, they ended up getting into a big fight. She punched him, and then he got the jump on her, and she's really not able to fight Max. He's just like he just is like firmly planted in the ground. She can get some hits in on Hunter, but Max is trained, so she's not able to get any hits in on him, and so Denise ends up walking out, and Victoria's running like full speed again, like when she ran to the wall. She's running, but she could not get to Denise, and Denise is able to escape. And what's the head man's name? Priscilla. She she sees that Denise is about to exit the White House, and she's like, "Well, no, you can't go out there like that. What's your size?" And she says 6, and so she gets her maid's uniform to get out of the White House, and she's telling Sam, she can't leave here like that. That's gonna be a major problem. She can't just walk out of here like that. The press corps is around at all hours. And let me think what else was going on. So pretty much you had kind of a filler scene with Barry and Sharon. She basically was trying to calm him down. There wasn't much there. And then we had a scene with Nancy and the woman from the cult, and that lady's not giving her any information at all. And pretty much it's pointless that Nancy let her into her house. Um, it's just something that's really weird about her because she's not saying anything. She's talking cryptic, and she was, she was talking. She basically let it be known how this cult leader had twisted the Bible all around, and just, it's what cult leaders do. I'm trying to think because I don't want to miss anything. So if I miss anything, I'm sorry, but so the biggest part of the episode was when what's his name? Kyle. So he's down there in the projects, and Gail has already been found, and but Kyle is still trying to do something, and it wasn't clear what he was trying to do, but he ends up getting out the car. The rest of the Secret Service, they're jumping these gang members, Pinky included, and they're trying to find Gail's phone, and Picky doesn't know what was going on because he doesn't know those guys attacked Gail. And he's like, what? And so they find her phone on one of these gang members, and Picky's looking at him like, what, dude, what the? And so Kyle has the Secret Service bring these guys into an apartment, and he is just nuts. So he basically just not even basically he just executed all of these gang members one by one, and I guess he shot Picky too. They didn't show it, so that was kind of the cliffhanger. And wow, that last scene was really intense. So that was the last scene, and I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. That's right. Priscilla had to pick Jean up in her from Ed to bring her to work because the Secret Service or whatever still has Jean's car, and Jean was trying to talk about the first family, but Priscilla didn't want to hear it. That was a little scene there. There was a lot of filler in this episode. We also saw Richard. He was lurking around outside this rally that was in honor of the guy that got shot, the guy that was shot by the stray bullet that was fired when he and Barry were fighting over that gun. Other than um, other than the last scene, I'd say everything was pretty. Well, I'll say, well, the White House scenes with the first family, those were good and not filler, but everything else just seemed mostly like filler to me. And so that was the Oval. Tell me what you think. Like and comment and subscribe. And the haves and the have-nots came back. So I'm gonna have to watch that and do a review on that. So there's a lot of stuff to watch. So I gotta get caught up. So thanks for watching and have a good evening.